Let me bring myself to the stage. And with that, hi, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in. I was wondering where that was coming from because I'm like, wait a minute now. Wait one doggone minute. Wait one doggone minute. So as y'all can tell, the audio is working. Hi, Linda Gamble. Welcome in. Glad to have all you here. I may not be here long because, as you guys know, there's an interview tonight with Tea Talk with your girl and Kiki Jabbar at 7 p.m. So I'm going to try to get through these as efficiently as possible, but we're still going to have a good time. Higher is way, low is available, but either way, we're about to be on tour, so let's do what we do. So we're going to get started with Lil Kim, okay? So this is from XXL Magazine, okay? So just go. Okay. So this is real. This is real. So this comes from C. Vernon Coleman II. Lil Kim removes her underwear and throws it into crowd during performance. I am not joking. I'm not joking. Lil Kim left a fan with an intimate parting gift as she threw her underwear into the crowd during a recent performance. On October 28th, Lil Kim was one of several hip-hop artists who performed at the One Music Festival in Piedmont Park in Atlanta. At one point during the show, the Brooklyn, New York rap there and paused to notify the crowd of a wardrobe malfunction. Apparently, her underwear, which is being worn outside of her tights, were slipping down, so she decided to remove her panties. How about this? She told the crowd while removing the panties, which can be seen in the video. After taking the thong off, she tosses the garment into the crowd before launching into her 1996 song No Time. Social media reacts to Lil Kim taking panties off at show. Who got Lil Kim's panties? One person on Twitter posted on October 30th. Who got Lil Kim's panties? That's the question. 2023, Lil Kim's panties hit me in the crowd, and I'ma be irritated. This one here, I cannot. I want them panties, period. Probably smell like Starbucks. I cannot. You know what? I gotta see who this person is. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta see this. Okay, so Lil Kim, the Queen Bee, said that I cannot. And it's got 753 views on Twitter. So it says here, Lil Kim is the last person I ever want to see throw their panties into a crowd. So y'all, this is Lil Kim. Okay, so just stand back. The words of SpongeBob. I'm warning you. So here we go. And she threw the panties. So she did that. So as you can see here, Rap Daily. Shout out to Rap Daily, by the way. So as you can see the comments, I don't know, but something about Lil Kim throwing her panties in the audience don't sit right with me. What made her think that was okay? Oh my God, with the 3 facepalm emojis. Barb's talking about Lil Kim. Barb's be talking about Lil Kim too old to be throwing her panties on stage, but Nicki Minaj be rolling around on the stage like a rotisserie chicken. I can't. Listen, this is not me saying this, okay? These are people who posted. This person right here, who's the lucky person that caught Lil Kim's panties? Can I get a whiff? Hashtag the nose knows. I cannot. Like, what in the actual world is going on? So that's the story, y'all. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Hey, Jazzy J, welcome in. Hey, Nikki News, welcome in. I mean, Drake having his bra collection. Now, I'm not going to sit here in front, okay? Now here's the thing. I thought panties like underwear are supposed to be on the inside, not the outside, but apparently it was an accessory. Now, you know what? We're just gonna leave it there. I'll just say this: if there was a favorite artist of yours or mine, and they threw something, I think we want to grab it too. But the fact that this actually happened, what the actual hell? But anyway, so that's just that. Okay, I just. All right, so we're going from panties being tossed into the crowd to a recall on certain eye drops. That's right. So let's go here. Share this tab instead. So the FDA warns consumers not to purchase or use certain eye drops from several major brands due to the risk of eye infection. So it says here the FDA is updating the list of the over-the-counter eye drop products consumers should not purchase or use to include Equate Hydration PF Lubricant Eye Drop 10 milliliters sold by Walmart in stores and online. Walmart is removing the product from their store shelves and website 10/27/23. FDA is warning consumers not to purchase and to immediately stop using 26 eye drop products due to the potential risk of eye infections that could result in partial vision loss or blindness. Patients who have signs or symptoms of an eye infection after using these products should talk to their healthcare provider or seek medical care immediately. These products are marked under these brands: CVS Health, Leader by Cardinal Health, Rugby by Cardinal Health as well, Rite Aid, Target, Up, and Velocity Pharma. These products are intended to be sterile. Ophthalmic drug products pose a potential higher risk of harm to users because drugs applied to the eyes bypass some of the body's natural defenses. The FDA recommended the manufacturer of these products recall all lots on October 25th, 2023, after agency investigators found insanitary conditions in the manufacturing facility and positive bacterial test results from environmental sampling of critical drug production areas in the facility. FDA also recommends consumers properly discard these products. So CVS, Rite Aid, and Target are removing the products from the store shelves and website. Products branded as Leader, Rugby, Velocity may still be able to purchase in stores and online should not be purchased. The FDA has not received any adverse event reports of eye infection associated with these products at this time. FDA encourages healthcare professionals and patients to report adverse events or quality problems with any medicine to FDA's MedWatch Adverse Event Reporting Program. Complete and submit the report online at MedWatch or download and complete the form and submit via fax at 1-800-FDA. These are all the ones from CVS Health here. As you can see, that. I'll drop them in the chat as well. See Rugby, Cardinal Health, either Cardinal Health, Rite Aid, all Target, I just want you guys to know this, so please check your medicine cabinets if you got family and friends. It is all good. I appreciate you very, very much. Like I said, check your medicine cabinets. If you have family and friends that use these products, send them this link and let them know about it. It's better to know than not know. All right. So just want you guys to know about that. Okay. So we got Lil Kim throwing panties into the crowd. We got eye drops recall. Now this next story, trigger warning for everybody. Now everybody loves Bridgerton. Well, there was an actress on the show that she has a story to tell. Okay, she has a story to tell. So let me see here. Sorry, I'm just trying. Okay, here it is. This comes to us from NBC News here. Bridgerton actor calls out Netflix for not offering support during mental health crises. Ruby Parker said her mental health was deteriorating while she filmed the hit show's first season in 2019. So the black woman right there is Ruby Parker there, playing Marina Thompson in episode 103 of Bridgerton, which is on Netflix. This comes to us by Variety. Bridgerton actor Ruby Parker called out Netflix and Shondaland, which is created by the Shonda Rhimes, for failing to support her during two psychotic breaks that occurred in the wake of the romance series blockbuster success. Barker was a series regular during the series' first season, and she returned as a guest actor for season two. She played Marina, a feathered cousin whose scandalous pregnancy makes her a social pariah in Regency era London. Barker said her first incident occurred in 2019 after she wrapped production on Bridgerton season one, and a second one occurred in 2022. The actor said she got no support from Netflix, not a single person from Netflix, not a single person from Shondaland. Since I had two psychotic breaks from that show, have ever contacted me or even emailed me to ask if I'm okay or if I would benefit from any support. Barker said during an interview on Oxford University's Loaf podcast via the Daily Beast. Nobody. Variety has reached out to Netflix and Shondaland for comment. According to Barker, her mental health started declining during the filming of Bridgerton. She claimed that the character's isolated nature negatively impacted her. During filming, I was deteriorating, she said. It was really a tormenting place for me because for me, it was a really tormenting place for me, to me, because my character was very alienated, ostracized on her own under these horrible circumstances. When I went to the hospital a week after shooting Bridgerton season one, it was really covered up and kept on the down low because the show was going to be coming out. Barker continued on the podcast. In the run up to the show coming out, I was just coming out the hospital. I was just coming out from the hospital, rather. My Instagram following was going up. I had all these engagements to do. My life was drastically changing my life was changing drastically overnight, and yet there was still no support, and there still hasn't been any support all that time. So I was trying really, really hard to act like it was okay, that I could work and that wasn't a problem. Barker alluded to her mental health struggles in a May 2022 Instagram post where she disclosed that she was really underwell for a really long time and she had been struggling since Bridgerton. She thanked Netflix at the time for saving her by casting her in Bridgerton, but now she's criticizing the streamer for not supporting her. I am in the hospital at the minute. I'm going to be discharged soon. And hopefully get to continue with my life. Barker told her followers at this time. I was rage-filled, angry, all in this internal, intergenerational trauma bundled up inside me. I was carrying the weight of the world on my back, and now I'm at the point where I have a diagnosis. Now on the Loaf podcast, Barker said that she received no support from the studios behind Bridgerton and had to promote the show through a distressing period of her life. She added, it was almost like I had this metaphorical invisible gun to my head to sell the show because it was bubbly and fun. I don't want to come out and poo-poo on that because then I will never work again. Woo! Heavy, and heavy. Hey, Janika Thompson, glad to have you here. I have not seen it. I have not seen Bridgerton. I need to actually watch that show because everybody said that. Sorry, y'all. Everyone said that was a really good show. From the Shonda Rhimes, it was a departure from How to Get Away with Murder, and trying to think what else. It was How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal, Grey's Anatomy. So it was really a departure for her. And so I will say this, that studios and also production companies have to recognize now that this is just bigger than just a person doing a job. That when you take a person on, you do take on everything that they are. So that would be a internal investigation of Shonda Rhimes at Shondaland and Netflix to see if there were any mental health resources. Was there a therapist on set? Was there a trailer or a room, on the set where people could go and just have a mental break? Um, and basically, what was the circumstances of the commitment? Was there a clause where you could maybe do a set schedule of maybe 3 interviews, and then for any other questions about my character, just go back to my interviews? Like, what was available to her, what wasn't available to her? I think that's the biggest thing. And listen, there was a huge, and still is a huge, lawsuit against kinetic content for Love is Blind. For those of you who don't know, Love is Blind is a show on Netflix. I think they're in their 5th season right now. But there was a lawsuit saying that there was cockroaches in the trailer, that there was forced alcoholic drinks, and you could not leave because if you did, there was a $50,000 fine. Big lawsuit. And so Netflix has been called out for a lot of different things, not to mention when they got rid of some of their workforce, it was more of the minority departments like strong black lead. And I think it was the Latinx departments as well. So Netflix has been called out for many things. And what I will say to Ruby Barker is this: at the end of the day, you're taking a big swing, but you also have the right to take a big swing. Studios need to be responsible for everything that comes with being a studio, not just the parts that make the money. So I'm on Barker's side because I was not there. You were not there. We were not there. So all we have is the word of Ruby Barker. So hopefully everything will be okay with that. So with that being said, I'm trying something new, y'all. So StreamYard has these things where you can do like markers on the show and you can go back later. That's really, really cool because, my girlfriend said, hey, have you thought about doing markers on your show? I'm like, oh my God, I talk so much. I don't know if I can do markers. You know how many virtual tour lives I've done? But then again, it would help you all to be able to go back and watch the content. So I will have to find time to be free to be able to, get get all the markers, because we cover 5 to 7 topics in one show. Tonight we're covering 9 topics in one show. I think we're doing good though. 19 minutes and 55 seconds now on the highways and byways of the possibilities of what can be. Glad to have all of you here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour. Glad to have you all here. All right. So as we move from Bridgerton, we are moving to this story right here. Football activity. SCAD just opened a Hollywood backlot, making it the largest and most comprehensive university film studio complex. Now, this is giving Full Sail University a run for its money. I will bring up Full Sail Studios here in a minute so you guys can see what that looks like. But it says here, the Savannah College of Art Design has announced the opening of its Hollywood backlot at the University of Savannah Film Studios. The news was announced during the 2023 Savannah Film Festival. Phase 1 of the project is an 11-acre 3-phase expansion, making it the largest, most comprehensive film studio complex at any university in the country, which includes 2 new sound stages and production design and costume design shops. More and more films being made, more stories being told, more students creating films under the guidance of the very best professors in higher education. SCAD, president and founder Paula Wallace. Together, the backlot, sound stages, and LED volume form the sought-after trinity of filmmaking opportunities, placing everything at filmmakers' fingertips, from outdoor shooting locations to indoor sets to entirely computer-generated worlds. Add our television studio in Hamilton Hall, and all models of production are being taught right here in Savannah. If you have a story you want to tell on a screen, big or small, you can tell it at Savannah College Art Design. Resembling Savannah's historic district, Phase 1 includes 17 separate street facades, and totals of over 4,500 square foot of dress set space. Facades include the historic Savannah homes, cafe, pub, hardware, antique retail space, a boutique barber shop, a general use lobby for a hotel or hospital with exterior um, port portrait couche and automatic doors, and a double height bank with interior overlook on the most east elevation. Georgia is the new Hollywood, and Savannah's film industry is booming, said SCAD School of Film and Acting Dean Andrea Reeve Rab. When we designed the backlight, we want to give our students access to all the filming locations that they either can't access, like a hospital emergency room, or common filming locations like a coffee shop, without requesting permits or competing for space with studios who are filming in Savannah. Plus, one of the reasons Savannah is such an attractive filming location, it can easily resemble a quaint European town and be dressed for the 1800s or modern day. Phase two will set to open the fall of next year, will resemble New York City, including Brooklyn town's brownstones, our urban alley bodega, upscale retail shops, a chic Manhattan coffee house, and a classic Big Apple subway entrance. It will also include a 17,000 square foot support building that will house three production classrooms, a costume shop, production, wood, machine shop, and additional classrooms. Phase three, opening fall of 2025, will consist of a town square, city hall, single family home, convenience stores, and other facades, as well as a 23,700 square foot support building for two sound stages, eight classrooms, and office space. The investment in the backlot highlights the contributions set aside for furthering the education for those in the School of Film and Acting, School of Animation and Motion, and School of Creative Technology. Our mission is to prepare talented students for creative professions through engaged learning, teaching and learning in a positively oriented environment. I'm sorry, y'all. Said Reeve Rab. That's exactly what the expansion of Savannah Film Studios does. It prepares our students to have a seamless transition from SCAD to the professional world, whether that's in Georgia, California, or New York. We are eager to share these incredible resources with the industry and provide our students and alumni opportunities to work on professional productions using our facilities. The planning for the Batlocks concept was done in association with Paul Wanzik and associates with Final Building Designs, and project implementation by SCAD Design Group. Wonks was also the production designer of Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. How about that? Shout out to them. I think that this is just absolutely wonderful. I mean, you look at that, and that's all in a backlot. I think that is so wonderful. So here's the thing: the Kiki After Show. I'm so glad you said that. The Kiki After Show is going to be for tomorrow. It's not going to be for tonight. Did I put for tonight? I don't think I did. Let me check my StreamYard here. So I want to make sure. Let me make sure now, because I don't think it's for tonight. Because T Talk will be on in just a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah, so it's tomorrow. So the Kiki After Show will be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. So yes, indeed, there. So awesome sauce. Thank you for the question. But I think that this is great. And honestly, tell you the truth, I think, Hollywood and producers and directors and, unscripted shows are recognizing that, hey, guess what? We don't have to be in LA for everything. There's a whole backlot in Savannah, Georgia. There's Atlanta. There's Miami. There is, of course, New York. But there's Pittsburgh. No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. You're absolutely fine. I'm going to try to stay here as long as I can. But I also want to support T Talk too. So when I drop the link, if you guys want to come up, please come up immediately. But if not, I will do the Daily Mover and head out because I know that interview is going to be hot. Let's just say that. But and not to mention, too, Texas also has some sound stages as well. Louisiana, I think Anthony Mackie is making a studios down there. So I think Hollywood is recognizing that we need to showcase stories everywhere. Even though the studios are there, that doesn't mean the stories are in LA. So I think that this is absolutely wonderful. So shout out to Savannah College Art and Design here. So that is from SCAD right there. Now I want to show y'all Full Sail Studios here. This is now this is in Winter Park, Florida, by the way, y'all. What I'm about to show you here. So let's see. Let me see here. So this is Full Sail University. So this is here. So this is their 4G auditorium as it pulls up here. And this is pretty cool. Connecting to server, of course. So this is their auditorium here. This is Full Sail University. Now this is basically a high-tech school for creatives. One of my cousins got to go here. This is, and they got a little, and even Grammy Award-winning producers have went here. So this is the Dan Patrick School of Broadcasting here. Now, for those of you who may not know, there was a show called The Daily Buzz. The Daily Buzz filmed here at the studio. And then, as you can see, they got little mini sets here. And listen, shout out to Dan Patrick, legend from ESPN. He's on NBC. I think he's on NBC Sports now with the Dan Patrick Show. I think, not everybody wants to be in sports broadcasting. Respectfully, this is an audio temple here. This is where you can basically record your audio for projects and things like that. Trying to see. Some of these may not come up right away, y'all. But this is the Fab Lab Showcase, some virtual reality, as you can see there. This is their collegiate sports arena. Students on a group project. The Dub stage. So yeah, it's a very high-tech university. I would have loved to go here for college, but I didn't get the chance to. But I hope to be able to give back to Full Sail University in some capacity, maybe Full Sail Radio, so we could teach some radio broadcasting. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Trying to see, because they do have an actual set. Let me see. Let me see here. Hang on, y'all. Full Sail back lot. There we go. Full Sail back lot. Okay, so here it is here. I'll show y'all this. So the back lot at Full Sail University. So this is their back lot here. So they have a back lot here. So they have Seattle Fish Market, New Orleans French Quarter, New York Brownstones. So they even have a studio water tower. So there are plenty of universities trying to get into this. And I think that colleges as well will be a part of the new Hollywood. Because think about it. If you can't get to Tyler Perry Studios and that college is willing to let you use their backlot and use college students, it helps with costs on production. So, but yeah, so there you go. Shout out to them for sure. Now, for those of you who was wondering what the bird was, well, in the words of Peter Griffin, bird's the word. Bird's the word. I'm sorry. I had to. So let's present the screen here. Black women are in the building. By the way, y'all, shout out to Black women in the building. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe to her. She is absolutely amazing. Always is showing me love and is a very, very good people. So much love to you, Black women building. Janika, I don't know if you're a content creator either, but shout out to Janika Thompson. Subscribe to her. Nikki News, subscribe to her. as well as content creators. Much love to each and every one of you. So, as we roll on with this virtual tour here, sorry, I'm just trying to find. Here it is. Okay, so I don't know what Elon Musk is doing, okay, but this is what he says here. Elon Musk declares that Twitter will be a fully fledged dating site within the year. Elon Musk's grandiose plans for Twitter have expanded into the dating realm, according to a report from Business Insider. The website cited two sources who were present during an all-hands video call on the one-year anniversary of Musk's acquisition of the social media platform for $44 billion. The call's reported purpose was to review all changes Musk has made to the platform over the past year and to ramp up excitement for 2024. Musk did not get into details of exactly how Twitter would become a dating app, if there was any user demand for such features, or what further project changes would need to be made to turn it into one. One of the people present said, however, the idea is in line with Musk's push for features that require payment, as most dating apps today are some form of subscription service, Business Insider reported. In addition to the dating feature, Musk told employees that X will also operate as a digital bank. The source of the report, the bank idea isn't new, with the Wall Street Journal reporting in April that it was part of its plan to turn Twitter into a $250 billion business. He wants people to pay for everything, a source told Insider, adding that building Twitter to operate as a bank doesn't seem to be what users really want. When has he ever listened to anybody? Like, really? Bloomberg's Dave Lee reported last month that Musk wanted to change everyone who used Twitter. Users who recently signed up in New Zealand and the Philippines have already begun paying $1 a year to use the platform, according to a source. Twitter is still in the process of getting the appropriate licenses for each U.S. state to offer any type of banking or money transfer services. The platform so far has received licenses in 9 states, most recently in Iowa and Mississippi, according to an online log. The Business Insider report said Forbes estimated that Twitter will bring in $1 billion less in advertising revenue than last year due to brand safety issues, confusing policies, and broken technology. Business Insider said a Twitter spokesperson did not respond to their request for comment. Okay. I just can't. By the way, Hagar, shout out to Hagar. They have machine washable separates, by the way, in case you guys did not know. Sorry, I'm just looking up something here because that's not the only thing he wanted to do. He wanted to be able to do many other things as well. This is just crazy. Absolutely bonkers to me. Let me see here. Let me see. Hang on. I'm trying to see here. But yeah, he wants to also do like videos as well, and things like that. But yeah, he wants to do video. He wants to do banking. He wants to do a little bit of everything. And the thing that I don't understand is this: like, you want to do all these new ideas, but like Twitter is Twitter. Like, you don't have to do anything else to it. And not to mention Twitter has premium plus tier for users willing to pay for an ad-free experience, and it's priced about $16 a month. And the basic tier is priced at $3 a month. So he wants to bundle video and audio calling as well, and turn the platform into everything dating app as well. Like, so this is what he wants to do. So he wants to do video and audio calling for some users. Like, I don't. If you make people pay for everything, people are going to want to leave the platform. That's what I'm saying. It's been free. Like Twitter, all you do is you tweet something in 250 words. It is basically thought bubbles, right? Now, I will say this. I think it is cool if you could do live streaming on Twitter. Now, for those of you who may not remember, there was an app called Periscope, and you could link this to your. It actually came from Twitter. I was on Periscope for a long time, got to 1 million hearts in less than a year and a half. Very proud of that. And to me, it's just like, if let's just say Virtual Tour Live was on Twitter. I'm not gonna call it X because that's a letter of the alphabet. Okay, it's called Twitter for a reason. That social capital of that brand. Not to mention, like, hey, did you see that on Twitter versus did you see that on X? Do you see how that doesn't sound right? But anyway, just imagine Virtual Tour Live was streaming live on Twitter, and then you have tweets at the bottom, right? And if you wanted to pin a tweet, right, and you have a live comment section in real time, you can retweet tweets and all that type of stuff. Now, that would be cool, because guess what? Twitter did Thursday night. Twitter had a deal with NFL. So there is ways to do it, but like audio and video call, it's Twitter. It's simple. Okay. All right. It is what it is. So, with that being said, now remember I did tell y'all about electric vehicles. Now, I don't know if y'all know this, but in 1830, let me see here. But yes, in 1830, the first electric vehicle here. Let me see here. I'm trying to see. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get y'all the right information here. Because I did not have a clue about this, like, at all. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Please forgive me. But yeah, basically, the first electric car was made in 1830, right? And so I'm gonna show y'all what the first electric car looked like. Okay, so here it is. That is the first electric car. Like, no joke, I had no idea that this existed. It was, I can't remember what the car name was, but it went like 20 miles an hour. Like, what? So hang on, let me see. 20 miles per hour. Okay. No, it wasn't the electric car. I think it was this. I think it was. By the way, hopefully you guys are doing well on a Wednesday night. Robert Anderson here. William Morrison. So yeah, it came out at a top speed of 50 miles per hour. I cannot remember the person here. Hang on. Because I want to make sure I get y'all the right info, because that wasn't it. That was not it. Let me go back to my replays. Let me go to replays. Let me go to. Anyway, but yeah, so basically it was, oh, you know what? I know what it was. 100 miles. Let me just type that in. Sorry, y'all. 100 miles. Oh, the Frenchie. There we go. The 1934 Frenchie. Here it is. This is the one I was trying to find for y'all. So, Mr. Frenchie here. Where the hell is it? So, Oliver Frenchie here. So, this man right here, Mr. Frenchie. And look where he's from, Mount Hope, Ohio. Look at that. How about that? So he created that electric vehicle there. And basically it was the 100-mile Frenchie. So yeah, he created the electric vehicle. So the OP Frenchie Car Company in Denver, Colorado, is specialized in maintenance, sale, and recharging of electric vehicles. So he went from Denver, Colorado to New York City, and it went 100 miles. So there you go. So probably wondering, Braylon, why are you bringing this up? Because remember how I said yesterday on yesterday's show that electric vehicles may not be around. Well, Nissan, I think, will change that. So this is the Nissan Aria. I told y'all about this car. I've been watching the reviews all day long. So this is the interior of it, named 2023 Ward's Best Interiors and a UXS User Interface winner. So I've been in one. It is very, very nice, as you can see here. Let's play this video here.
Nissan's first all-electric SUV. It's first to blend timeless Japanese design with a modern aesthetic. It's first to feature the inspiring control of dual-motor e-Force all-wheel drive. It's first to feature interior lighting inspired by a Kumiko lantern pattern. It's first to speed to 60 in just 4.8 seconds. Maybe that's why Aria buyers rated it, well, first. Even the industry fell in love. The award-winning Nissan Aria.
So the reason why I let me see, can I do all this? Okay, where is it now? Hang on. Sorry, y'all. Let me go back. And well, I'm gonna have to refresh the page. Sorry, y'all. I have to refresh the page. Forgive me. Okay, so we're back on this, right? So you see how nice it is, right? The interior thing. All this is electric, right? And so those are haptic buttons where you just touch it and it automatically goes. And this design it is inspired by Kumo style woodwork, right? So very, very nice. So you're probably wondering, Bray, why are you bringing this to us? Because I truly believe that this car here, honestly, it has the power to be able to do electric and gas. Now, I know for all the people who have this car, going to be like, now, Braylon, why are you doing this? No, we do not want gas. We already had gas. And no, we're trying to be fuel efficient. I get it. However, by the way, that button right there, the P Auto, it automatically parks itself. That's how cool it is. So it goes here that, you have white for manual drive, green for hands-on assisted driving, and blue for hands-off. So there's this thing called Pro Pilot Assist. So I'm just giving y'all the overview of this, and Nissan is not paying me, nor are they giving me a free Aria, okay? But you see how the heads-up display is and all that stuff? Not to mention you can check out your sports like right there. And so the reason why I'm bringing this up is because here's the thing that I don't want to end up happening is I do not want this electric car to be in the wasteland of great ideas, because you see how nice it is. Like everybody that I've seen do reviews of this on YouTube, they essentially say that they really love it. Now, of course, there is some flaws, right? But there's flaws in everything. But imagine, if you will, that you had this in an electric and gas. Now, what does that do for Nissan? Well, first of all, it doesn't leave you out here like Tesla. Tesla, all they do is electric. Now, If you had a gas version of this for $40,000 with that interior, the autopilot thing, and everything else, people will absolutely get it. Because here's the thing, the infrastructure right now for electric vehicles is not there. It's just not. There's more gas stations than electric stations. Not to mention, like I said in yesterday's report, it takes $500,000 to $1 million to be able to be electric vehicle certified. So Nissan, I'm not telling you what to do. Don't know if you're even watching this, but on the slight chance that you are, make a gas version of this. I am telling you, like, honestly, if they made a gas version of this vehicle, they made a gas version of that vehicle right there, I'm telling you right now, that would be my ride. I wouldn't have no problems with it. I'll be on road trips. I would be just cruising to cruise. And I really mean that. Not to mention, too, you get both audiences, right? Now, of course, here's the thing. This SUV is produced in Japan. So it's not eligible for the $7,500 tax credit, right? So, like I said, the base model is $40,000. So, let's see here. So, let's see. $40,000 minus $7,500. So that takes the car down to $32,500, which is actually very affordable, right? So imagine, if you will, that you had a gas version for $40,000. I would pay for that. So I'm just saying. Now, here's the thing: a lot of people do not like CVTs because it is what do they call it? They call it like it's a fake. It's got like a fake engine noise, and it doesn't ramp up like it should because it's in different gears and shifts. This is what you do to appease all those people. Make the Aria your first and only V8, V6 option vehicle. Do that. I promise you. And not to mention, too, here's the thing. All you have to do is just change all that out for gas parts. You already have the plants. Y'all just got to make the arrangements. So that's just trying to make something. Now, Nissan, to do this, I would like a free Aria. Okay? Just right. You want like a free Aria, the gas. That's all I'm asking for. All right. So, as we keep rolling on this virtual tour here, this next story here. Now, remember yesterday's show was such a good show, by the way. If you missed that show, please go back and watch it. Such a powerful show. We talked motivation. I had a mad day, and not so much a mad day for telling off on anybody, but just a mad day of just being tired of the world we live in. And I think everybody has a mad day about that. Am I right? So I was talking about how Universal Orlando has their own special district where they can make their own rules and, make improvements without Florida stepping in, and how Ron DeSantis took away Disney's. Well, this was the story I was supposed to bring you yesterday. I forgot about it, but here it is. Y'all ready for it? Here we go. Let me get it here. This comes to us from WDW News Today. You see it, right? Over 30 employees leave DeSantis Central Florida Tourism Oversight District due to toxic workplace, bridge burning, and incompetent leadership. More than 30 employees have resigned from Governor Ron DeSantis' Central Florida Tourism Oversight District due to uncomfortable, stressful, and toxic work environment, according to a report by Jason Garcia for Seeking Rents. Garcia interviewed former employees and obtained several exit surveys that paint a bleak picture of the behind-the-scenes operations of the current district. Reedy Creek District was Disney's district before Ron DeSantis took it away. Governor DeSantis took control of what was previously known as the Reedy Creek Improvement District, RCID, after the Walt Disney Company publicly denounced the controversial parental rights and education law basically AKA the Don't Say Gay law, which suppresses classroom instruction and discussion about sexual orientation and gender identity. The Reedy Creek Improvement District became the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District, or CFTOD, with a new board of supervisors appointed by DeSantis. Now, why am I bringing you this story? Because, like I said yesterday, he lost a $1.3 billion contract that would have brought, I think, 13,000 new jobs, and it would have shifted Imagineering from California to Florida. And on top of that, there's supposed to be a $17 billion investment over 10 years. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's where there's supposed to be some affordable housing being built close to Disney, by Disney. And so Ron DeSantis wants to build a prison instead of building affordable housing so people can have a roof over their head. Not to mention, you got married with your wife at Disney, and you said you didn't want any Mickey Mouse photos. But you gave Universal Orlando their own special district, but you took Disney's away. Okay, so as we roll on here, by the way, look at that. I mean, come on. Like, is that not a beautiful sight to see? Like, man, one day soon, hopefully. So in the 9 months since Governor DeSantis took control, more than 30 employees with a combined 350 years of experience have quit. These employees include nearly half of the Reedy Creek Improvement District senior leadership team, District Administrator John Classy, the Chief Financial Officer, building official, District Clerk, and Fire Department Chief Richard LePierre. Public Works, Procurement, and Facility Department heads are gone, as well as key managers who were involved with employee training, fleet maintenance, and fisheries management. It's a toxic workplace right now. Irula Labil Vargas Malado said in an interview with Garcia Monaldo, was an accountant for the Reedy Creek Improvement District for almost 3 years before quitting in September. Please describe your overall experience with the Central Florida Tourism Operations Department. Very dissatisfied. If you'd like to explain your rating, please provide more detail. I'll be happy to. Saying I'm very dissatisfied is a recent experience. Since the new board has been in place and John Classy has been replaced, the morale and overall feeling of the district has taken a turn, not a good one. Jean Glazin has no desire to learn about the good work that is done here, nor does he have a desire to learn about what the district does. I'll have to check that out a little bit later. What the district does, the folks here are passionate about their jobs, and being part of the Reedy Creek Improvement District is historical. The legacy of this special district is being destroyed by those who have been placed in power here. The BOS, the new district administrator, could care less about the work that needs to be done by the taxpayers. They claim transparency in bridge building. I see non-transparency in bridge burning. Exit surveys obtained by seeking rents and public records requests, saying things like, since the new board has been in place, John Classy has been replaced, the morale and overall feeling of the district has taken a turn, not a good one. That survey by a former executive assistant goes on to say, oh yeah, so I just read that. Which of the following factors contribute to your decision to leave? So let all that apply. Lack of communication and or trust, workplace culture, other. With the departure of more than 3 dozen employees, the district is no longer functional. Honesty and integrity are core values that no longer exist within the district. Another exit survey reads, with the departure of more than 3 dozen employees, the district is no longer functional. Here, for this person, retirement, leadership, lack of communication or trust, workplace culture. The recently amended charter, chapter 2023-567-764, and the division appointed board had negatively impacted my experience with top leadership, the work culture, trust. That gave me a good reason to retire and begin taking my earned benefits. Here, lack of communication or trust. The Reedy Creek Improvement District was very pro-employee, enabled me to promote and succeed in my work in a meaningful way. However, based on the public board meetings related transcripts, the board shows a severe lack of trust for employees and made my work uncomfortable, increased complaint stress, stressful and demoralizing for me. Woo. A manager who spent more than 20 years with the district has said that the transition has been very negative. A department manager called the new leadership unqualified and incompetent. I'm not laughing at the Ready Creek Improvement District. I'm laughing at the stupidity of Ron DeSantis that you have this going on, but yet you're running for president. Okay. So it says here, my experience with the Ready Creek Improvement District was amazing. This has been the best place to work. There was amazing culture. You could see the employees happy, really happy. This change of the new board administration was appointed. Woo, the board of supervisors appointed by Governor DeSantis include Chairman Mara Garcia, Vice Chair Garber Barkert, Bryant August Jr., Ron Perry, and Bridget Ziegler. Perry made headlines upon his appointment after CNN K file uncovering him calling homosexuality evil and claiming it was caused by tap water. So the CNN K file is a division of CNN. Let me look up CNN K file just so I can give y'all what that is. So K-File is the leading investigation team for the social mobile generation. So I'm going to say that one more time. Perry made headlines upon his appointment after CNN K-File uncovered him calling homosexuality evil and claiming it was caused by tap water. Ziegler is a co-founder of the right-wing Moms for Liberty. District Administrator Glenn Gazine Jr. replaced John Class. DeSantis had appointed Gazine to the Florida Commission on Ethics in 2019, then again in 2020 and 2022. Gazine remained a chairperson of the Ethics Commission after he was hired as district administrator until it was discovered that having both positions violated the rules of the commission. He ultimately resigned from the Florida Commission on Ethics, choosing to keep his district salary of $400,000 per year. Other new hires include Chief of Staff Paula Houston, who previously worked with Gazine on the Central Florida Urban League. There's an urban league in Central Florida, but you have Ron DeSantis, who hates Black people and minority indigenous people of color. And you allow somebody to say that homosexuality was evil and caused by tap water, but there's an urban league in Florida. Okay. And was a member of DeSantis' transition team when he's elected governor in 2018. Ronald Rocky Hagg was hired as Gazine's executive assistant. He was previously the legislative aide to Representative Fred Hawkins, Republican St. Cloud, Florida, who sponsored the legislation for DeSantis to take over the district. DeSantis recently appointed positioned Hawkins as president at South Florida State College. New director of external affairs, Randy Brown, was previously the director for strategic initiatives under Governor DeSantis. The district also contracted various DeSantis allies. We recently shared the news of the district making a deal with Freddie Friggers for a new system to improve 911 calls. Friggers is another DeSantis employee to the Florida Commission on Ethics. In March, the board hired a firm whose partners include Adam Laxett, DeSantis' former roommate and chair of the Never Back Down Super PAC, which supports DeSantis' presidential campaign. So, do you see the hypocrisy, the audacity, the espionage that is happening? So, you have a law firm who has a partner that was the governor's former roommate as the chair of a super PAC that's supporting his presidential campaign. Super PACs can support a presidential campaign, but they cannot sit on any boards that give them power. From a common sense point of view, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not government, but it's just the hypocrisy and the audacity for me that you would take away a special district that's been there for years. And what you don't realize is now that's a bill on the state of Florida instead of a bill on Disney's dime. The board contracted Leonard Leo Tallahassee firm. Leo, a Federalist Society organizer, has previously advised DeSantis on judicial appointments. No leaders for that division has responded to seeking Rent's request for comment. Of course they haven't. The district replaced Walt Disney World annual pass for their employees with an annual stipend, calling the benefits a scheme and handouts. District firefighter says the decision was a low blow against them. So the employees of the district deserve to have annual passes because they do the work to make sure that Disney World stays open. That makes sense. That's not a scheme. That's not a handout. It was there before you got there. It's only a scheme and a handout to you because you want power so much that you will say we're for equality, but yet you want control that badly. According to Jason Garcia, the district recently posted 5 job openings in LinkedIn for its facility department. Current positions are open for elevator inspector and construction project manager. Woo. Garcia writes that the Red Creek district used to be the best run government in Central Florida, citing his experience attending Red Creek board meetings when reporting with Disney for the Orlando Centennial. There was plenty that was problematic about the old Red Creek, Garcia writes, which is essentially a one-of-a-kind economic development incentive that Walt Disney demanded from the state of Florida. But also Reddy Creek also did its job really well. Though Disney dictate their elections and board members still scrutinize projects in great detail and ask deeper and more probing questions than the vast majority of city councilors, city commissioners, and state legislators that I've covered over the years. Garcia points out just how much people loved working at the Red Creek Improvement District. This was the best place I ever worked. Milano told him, but things were getting worse as the months passed by. She added that leaving made me feel sad. So I know that was a bit lengthy, but I want you guys to know. Yeah, right? I know. And he's running for president. Lester Holt, Kristen Welker will probably not ask about this. But you know what? They should ask about it because that universal special district and all of this, that should be asked. That should be asked, okay? Y'all, I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all. So as we continue on this virtual tour live here, glad to have all of you here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We've talked about Lil Kim throwing her pains into the crowd. We got eye drops recall from CVS, Target, and Walmart, and Cardinal Health as well. Ruby Parker, had 2 psychotic episodes, and reportedly Netflix and Shonda did not give her support. Savannah's College of Art Design has the largest backlot for any college in the, I think in the world, if I'm not mistaken. Elon Musk wants to add video calling, audio calling, voice call. He wants to make it a dating service. He wants to make it a banking app. He wants to make it an everything app. We just talked about Disney and how there are 30 employees that left because of, what was it again, y'all? Let's go right back up to the top. It was all about due to a toxic workplace, bridgerton, competent leadership. And by the way, I just want this to be on the damn record that Ron Perry is appointed on this board, and he made headlines upon his appointment after CNN file uncovered him calling homosexuality evil and claiming it was caused by tap water. Now, for those of you who may say, "Oh, Braylon, you're trying to do this and that," okay, you know what? I ain't got nothing to lose. There you go. That's the guy. Here's the article. I like showing facts over here. So that guy appointed that last guy that you saw and allowed this to happen. And he's running for president. Doing a great job, aren't we, America? Doing a great damn job. All right. So with that being said, let's keep rolling, shall we? So as you guys know, Bravo, NBC Universal is in a lawsuit. So we're going to talk about that. Can't believe I'm actually covering these topics pretty darn well here. Let me get to. I'm trying to find it here. Here it is. By the way, shout out to Kim Pyre for the story, by the way. This came out October 30th. Inside the Real Housewives Reckoning that is rocking Bravo. It says here, the housewife, okay, thank you very much, Vanity Fair, for letting me know that this one's on me, or this one's on y'all. The housewife woke up in her own urine. She was still drunk from the night before when she had 3 drinks at dinner and another 3 or 4 for co-stars. But then a intermediate and deliberating amount of mezcal after her castmate went to sleep. The house has been fully stocked when they arrived. She was too hung over to care that she wet the bed and so sick that she couldn't film, she told production. But people on set kept telling her she was fine. It was just the Mexican wire screwing up her stomach. The same thing happened to them in Cartagena, Colombia the year before. The van hired for the day trip pulled over so that the housewife could throw up. When the crew saw what was happening, they rushed over, she said, not to help, but to document it. Really? Now, if I'm throwing up, last thing I'm going to do is have somebody document me throwing up. But let's keep reading. Bravo didn't wind up airing that footage. Production did bring in a doctor. Good for you guys for doing what you're supposed to do. Who gave the housewife a shot. She pulled her pants down on camera and took it while a castmate held her hand. If you're going to the whorehouse, you're going to get fucked. I'm reading this from here. So to everybody that, Braylon, you're always so kind and gracious and loving. Guys, this is real. Okay, so I'm giving it to you real, raw, and direct as I can. Once again, if you go to the whorehouse, you're going to get fucked, said another Real Housewife. She knows what you think, that if you sign up to be on Bravo reality show, you deserve what you get, and she agrees. If we do this, it's our own peril. We know that, and we don't fucking care. Then do it for the money and part more than $1 million a season for the highest paid cast members, but it's more than that. The second housewife remembers being a little girl and plotting in her diary to achieve public recognition. I used to dream that one day maybe I get to go on Jeopardy, and I would have that put in my obituary. She says, now when she passes, she will leave this moral coil, having been a reality star. She's grown accustomed to cruel comments about her body and face, vitriol about her life, and she has become accustomed to the validation. Have I been put through the ringer? She says, 100%. Still better than my worst day withering away at a life of quiet desperation. When this housewife speaking on condition of anonymity because she doesn't want to lose her nightmare of a dream job, went to last year's BravoCon, a 3-day convention attended by 30,000 or so fans. And by the way, that is coming up November 3rd through the 5th, and some of them will be streaming live on Peacock. I think live on Peacock or streaming the next day, but some of the BravoCon events will be on Peacock. She turned to 2 former fellow Bravo celebrities and said, how do I ever be happy after this? This is the deal that Bravo stars make with the devil. And there are many stars. There are currently 10 Real Housewives shows and about 20 other properties in the Bravo reality space, including the Emmy award-winning Top Chef and probable Emmy nominee Vanderpump Rules, the biggest series having 11 million viewers each. The network exec turned master of ceremonies Andy Cohen hosts Watch What Happens Live, WWHL, a nightly talk show in which non-Bravo celebrities play games as Andy Cohen polls the at-home audience with questions like, which housewives of New Jersey has the better bad nose job? Leah Sweeney, who joined Real Housewives of New York for seasons 12 and 13 in their New York home. So that's Leah Sweeney, everybody there. As we keep rolling, Bravo, which is owned by NBC Universal, distributes the series on cable and via the streaming service Peacock. Shows that are produced by third-party partners like Bungie and Warner Bros. Discovery. That's right, I'm going to say that again. Bungie and Warner Bros. Discovery. And Warner Bros. Discovery also owns, oh my God, the Oprah Winfrey Network with Love and Marriage Huntsville. You're thinking, and hashtag you're thinking. Advanced Magazine Publishers Inc., which owns Condé Nast, and they just recently closed some bureaus, just recently, as of like this week, which owns Vanity Fair and owns a stake in Warner Bros. Discovery as well. See how it's all interconnected. Those partners have subsidiary production companies, including 51 Minds Entertainment, which makes most of the charting yachting franchises of Below Deck and Shed Media, Real Housewives of New York City and Salt Lake City, the all-star Housewives show Ultimate Girls Trip, known as UGT. Production companies are on the ground during the filming of these shows. The series and cast members orbit around Cohen, who described himself to me in a 2021 interview for New York Magazine as their boss, among other roles, including father. At least they didn't call him daddy like Monique does to Sydney. It's an unusual employment arrangement and singular workplace. If you watch these shows, the words Scary Island or Dinner Party from Hell or Amsterdam, hashtag bananas, are wormhole to the collective memory of a fandom. If you don't watch, it's easiest to think of these obscenely unscripted but highly produced series as the Bravo Cinematic Universe, or the BCU, as an interconnected group of characters linked by Watch What Happens Live, social media, and crossover series. The stars are usually affluent, often poorly behaved people, mostly women, who either know that they're being ridiculous or don't care if anyone thinks that they are. As Lisa Shannon, Senior Vice President of Programming and Development has said, this is a comedy. But the material is not always funny. Leanie Sweeney relapsed after 9 years of sobriety before her first season on The Real Housewives of New York City. Her recollection of a 2019 cast trip to Mexico, described at the beginning of the story, is one of many interviews conducted over many months with current and former Housewives producers and Bravo staffers about things they haven't seen: racist language, behavior, the real world effects of making entertainment out of destructive interpersonal relationships, the downside of fame, substance abuse beyond the meme fodder that drives fan discourse. Now, remember the lawsuit that is happening, right? I think it's Brian Friedman, if I'm not mistaken, and Mark Aragos. And NBC Universal said that we are going to release your NDA so you can be able to talk about your pain. NBC, are you sure you know what you're doing? Because this article is hashtag just getting started. According to some of the Housewives, Bravo should answer for breaking them down for storylines. According to those who are responsible for the shows, however, the cast are largely in control of their own destinies. Now, one of the most famous Bravo stars, Bethany Frankel, calling for a union, 2 legal complaints filed by talent in the last year. NBC Universal releasing renewed guidance around cast behavior, production oversight. The Bravo universe is in the midst of a reckoning. Anyone who has watched reality TV since The Real World first premiered in 1992 is at least particularly aware of the normalization of televised intoxication. But alcohol has become a character itself as the lubricant that has made Jersey Shore DTF and the bubbles that preceded 1,000 Bachelor Tears. On Bravo shows, there are champagne rooms and fireball nips, fireball bottles, Belvedere, vodka and sodas, and served in short glasses with free lemons crossed out. There are nightly drinking games on Watch What Happens Live and weekly shot skis. Shot skis is when you have the 5 shots. Where Cohen and guests take shots off of, a ski. Okay, maybe that was something else that I was thinking of, but I know that they did that before. During a panel at BravoCon in 2022, a Ultimate Girls Trip producer told fans during filming that cast member Marisol Patton started her mornings with cockies, juice, and vodka. The audience loved it. According to one housewife, the cast stashed water bottles filled with clear alcohol around the set to calm their own nerves. They hoped to get one particularly vile cast member crazy drunk. She felt like the producers hoped so too. It's faster. It's just faster and easier. The housewife says, trying to give the producers what they want. Cast members describe some producers using big words, phrases written in large font on their phones, held up to redirect conversations. Former Real Housewives of New York, Ebony K. Williams said that she ignored one that read, "Bring up Sonya's drinking," referring to Sonya Morgan. A day before shooting begins, the production team sends out beats of each scene, topics they read and want addressed. The following is a beat reviewed by Vanity Fair for an episode that was filmed November 2020. Sonya is on a loop, and this abuse of pills and alcohol has been going on for way too long. Is there anything they can do, or do they need to just be there for her when she falls? When she was on Real Housewives of New York, Frankel says, "I was talking to producers about how we're going to bring into the show that Luna Del Lep's fiance has cheated on her. A person with direct knowledge said that Frankel acted on her own accord, or a producer comes in and tells me that somebody's trying to wear dresses when they're not engaged. I bring that into a scene." According to Sweeney and Williams, producers did not suggest curtailing Morgan's on-set drinking, even as they instructed cast members to discuss it. Whatever has aired on the show is reflective of her experience as someone who is familiar with production. SCAD current alcohol policy states, "We have always tried to depict cast members as being authentic on its shows. Therefore, cast members only make their own decisions where to consume alcohol." McSweeney turned up. She drank and took off her clothes, and she lit a tiki torch across the lawn. When the episode aired, Hurricane Leah will be instantly iconic, a rare first season star. Hot sheets are the production's daily post-filming logs. They describe on-camera action, dialogue, and detail from cast spats to Ramona Singer's dog peeing on her floor. Cohen received hot sheets for the shows on which he is a producer, including Real Housewives and Ultimate Girls Trip. A producer who works in production said they are written by a field team and distributed to the post-production team that uses them in the edit, as well as various executives at Bravo Universal. Off-camera interactions aren't discussed on hot sheets. Interesting. Maybe because they're not allowed on the hot sheets for reasons that are not, for reasons that are known. But keep your mouth shut if you want your job, allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Off camera. Oh yeah. So Real Housewives of New York season 13 featured Williams, the show's first black cast member in 2020-2021. Singers allege racial hostility in the use of the N-word conversation with black crew member during season 13 production with the subject of complaints within SCAD Media, Warner Bros. Discovery, Bravo, and NBCU Universal companies declined to comment on specific allegations. Of course, they have. Singer continued to film after the alleged incident. Has since been part of 2 seasons of Ultimate Girls Trip and has appeared on Watch What Happens Live as the story was going to press. When asked if she used the N-word conversation with black member production, Singer responded, "Never. Everybody wants to be the back of ish on them, not to be on them at all times," Franklin told Vanity Fair. The most successful housewife of all time would know. In July, she called for former reality TV peers to unionize and direct them to legal resources. She described some of these castmates, and crew as people I would never give the time of day, who I judged for this toxic process, who I may not have a past I would normally respect, who I've tossed away, but who have been tossed away after using trash. And she put, "It's killed or be killed." Silver Hill Hospital patient Sweeney Leah amid 1/23/2022 emotional trauma, the show exploitation, the show psychological trauma. I can say all that ish is the show, but at the same time, I did deal with the devil, so I need to figure out how to deal with it and when, but at what cost. Woo! So a lot going on here, and I am trying to read through this and get to the last part so I can get over to T-Talk there. So trust me, T-Talk, I am on the way, just trying to get through this quickly as I can here, but I am #on the way here. Let me get back to it. In May 2019, nearly 3 years before she checked into a psychiatric hospital, Sweeney was auditioning for Real Housewives of drinking again, but it's fine. Sweeney, 41, says she told the producer, and she says that she's been sober for almost a decade. Up to that point, she describes this moment as her first attempt to minimize her substance abuse issues with Bravo. The conversation moved to Sweeney's apartment size, small for a housewife, what she thought of the other cast members. I'm just going to give y'all the points here. October August 22nd, 2019, Lisa Shan called Sweeney to tell her she got the job. Her contract was $3,000 an episode. Shed does not comment on compensation. A month later, they took a trip to the Hamptons. She's been drinking the last 6 months or so. So showrunner Darren Ward warned her, this shit is boring as hell. You better turn up. McSweeney turned up. She drank and took off all her clothes. I told y'all that before. In 2020, during off-air exchange of Watch What Happens Live, Cohen asked her, were you already drinking or was it relapse on the winery or the trip? She told him she wasn't dry when filming began happening, hoping to de-emphasize it. She believes he looked disappointed in the exact moment Sweeney relapsed will be documented on the show. Following season, Morgan was so inebriated she vomited and urinated on herself during a different trip to the Hamptons. McSweeney says the only time production intervened in her own drinking was when singer complained to producers that McSweeney had been too disruptive on a trip to Rhode Island. They have a 1-800 number for Dr. Barry. One house why I said Barry Goldstein, off-screen psychologist. His reality site, his website, realityshrink.net. They'll say he's a board game designer and expert. Goldstein has called me on many occasions as a check-in. During season 13, late 2020, 2021, McSweeney was freshly sober, but she struggled with isolation and COVID. Her grandma, who'd been a key figure to support, was in hospice. Her grandma was losing consciousness. Lord Jesus. But as you guys see the rest of this article here, of course, I remember I told y'all $250,000 for 1 week, but this article is very, very long. As you guys can see here, it is nothing but pages and pages and pages and pages here. Williams intercepted me as a cover your ass move that mostly focus on things that cast members should avoid saying, like the racist trope black fathers are present for the children. But it just basically what this is saying is that the shows that we are watching are nothing but garbage bundled up in a cube and repurposed. So shout out to Vanity Fair for this. There's a lot more here. And yeah, my opinion on all of it is Shed Media has to get themselves together. Bravo has to get themselves together. Otherwise, it might be the end of Bravo. Last story, and then I am heading out because I know T-Talk is live right now, so I'm going to be there with her. So last thing, Amy Robach, TJ Holmes, they are having a new podcast, Amy and TJ, set to premiere on December 5th on the iHeart Podcast Network. Host and executive producers Robach and Holmes are a formidable broadcasting team with decades of experience delivering headline news and captivating viewers nationwide. Now the duo will get behind the microphone and explore meaningful conversations about current events, pop culture, and everything in between. And this is the first time that they will speak publicly since their names have been in the headlines. This will be available later this year on the iHeartRadio app and everywhere podcasts are heard. It will be happening December 5th, and they will also collaborate on a full slate of upcoming program for iHeart Podcast. Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, Amy and TJ, you did what you did, but please, just at this point, families are broken, and like you guys are trying to come back. Just be responsible for what you do. Yeah, I mean, it is a struggle. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to get over to T-Talk. I know she's over there live. I don't know what's going on, but I'm about jumping it. So with that being said, know what you do and do what you know. Oh, let me read the Daily Mover very quickly because y'all know I don't forget that. Never forget that. All right. Daily Mover for Wednesday, October 1st. Your instincts are not perfect, yet they do have value and deserve your attention. When you know, even though you're not sure how or why you know, trust that you do indeed know. Not all truth can be distilled into facts and logic. If you can verify what your instincts are telling you, but even when you can't verify and respect the truth they're sure to contain, challenge your instinct honestly as thoroughly as you can, but do not let other people with their own agendas cause you to doubt what you know in your gut to be true. You know more than you're aware of knowing, just as your thoughts and sensory perceptions inform you, so do your feelings. Wisdom resides in the full spectrum of your awareness. Make good and confident use of it all. Ralph Morrison. I will say this: instincts are powerful. That's one. Although we need to make sure we're not our own counsel, that's too. But the biggest thing is that you don't have a lot of time to get everything right. So get everything right while you can. So with that being said, know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. Trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully by spending time together, we'll rise up to be great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, live your best life. Or you're just recognizing that maybe you shouldn't throw your panties off stage, Lil Kim. Make sure the replay is not just right for you to watch it, not just right for you to listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you. I'll see you real soon. Good night, everybody. By the way, Kiki interview after show tomorrow. I'm so sorry this was rushed. I did promise C-Talk I will be there. So I'm trying to be there for everybody, okay? Much love, everybody. Good night, good night, good night.